All right, welcome to another video. Today we are playing Microsoft Flight Simulator, and it's pretty realistic. No, I pay for some software called On Air. You can see on the screen now. So today we're going to be starting our series of building a little bit of an airline. Now, must admit, I already fly the Airbus A320, but we're going to take it from the beginning because now I know how to fly. So I got my joystick, I got some other stuff going on, and now I kind of know the procedures to get going. So today we've got a relatively short flight. So we're heading to Sunrise Dam out of Perth. So we've got a Perth international departure. So I got my screen set up here. Yeah, we're going from Perth to Sunrise Dam. We have a couple of passengers on board. We have 4 packs on board. So 5 souls on my aircraft, including myself as the pilot. And yeah, that's pretty much it. This is my tracking portal. This is what I'll be looking through. I've got a job to do. I got a little bit of cargo on as well. All right, so we're here at Perth International Airport. As you can see, we're just parked in a nice little bay with a big jet in the background, zooming past. So I'm going to jump inside the cockpit here and we're going to start our pre-flight check. All right, let's start this procedure. So crash bar is up. We are on battery. Cool. And we're going to tune into clearance whilst we do this. Shouldn't start. Okay, we're going to request clearance. Acknowledge that.
SSU 112 tree. Clear to Yankee Sierra Romeo Delta Airport as filed.
All right, so what you could hear is I got the tracking now started on air, which is just here. So we now got tracking. Cool. We have power. So we have power. We're ready to taxi. I have clearance. So just going to push out here because we want to head over there to that runway. All right. So we're taking off on runway 24. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is just whilst we wait, I'm going to tune in the Perth Tower, like it said. Cool. Clear for takeoff. I have my altitude set. My nav is on, so all I got to do is hit autopilot.
Exit runway when able.
So happy for a takeoff, which is great. Let's taxi on out. I'm going to set my flaps. Now it's a long international airport, so I don't really need flaps because it's such a small plane. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to just set them down to 50 just because my on-air program gets a little bit funny when I don't use the flaps. Max throttle now. $70, 80, 90, all right, nearly 100. Smooth takeoff.
Airborne time logged.
There we go. Okay. Gradual climb. Acknowledge my handover.
SSU 112 tree.
All right, not a bad takeoff. So we've got flaps up, gears up. We're all good to go. We'll turn our flight lights on, nav lights and stuff on. Very good. Nice and smooth that was. Okay, so tune in to Perth departures now, and then we'll contact them.
Perth departure SSU 112 tree is passing 1,300 feet, climbing 14,000 feet.
Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change my PFD here. Awesome, and then that'll course correct for me to my flight plan, and I'm happy. Cool, so that's a good takeoff. So just whilst we're in the air, I thought I might just show you a couple of things I'm doing here. So what I did before we took off is I just set my autopilot mode to nav because I have a flight plan in place with the GPS. And what I didn't do is in my PFD, I just went to PFD home and then nav source. I switched over to GPS once we're in the air, just because I forgot to do that before we took off. If I did that before we took off, I wouldn't have to do a big U-turn. So what I've actually done, you'll see we're right over Perth again. It's because we took off and then I've done this big U-turn here and then come back across Perth. So I wouldn't have to do that if I had that set previously, but I didn't. But that's all right. So I've put it back onto nav mode. And then once I'm in GPS mode, you would have noticed that I've got this line here with the flight director here as well. Now, the other thing I did was I set my altitude to 7,000 or 5,000, I think I had it. I've just actually climbed up to 10,000. But you'll see here it's got altitude hold on at the moment. So I can decrease that. I can increase that. And you can notice that up here, this doesn't change at all. So what I'm doing is I'm selecting altitude. So say I want to go to 10,100 feet. I can set it to 10,100 feet. And then I can put on this vertical speed and I can click that. Now at the moment, you notice that it changes to VS and then Alt S. So it's going to climb to 10,100 feet, but it's doing it at 0 feet per minute at the moment. If I want to travel down, I can set it down and then hover over. There's a knob just here and I can select down and see how it goes negative, and it'll slowly sync till that, but I'm actually wanting to go up now. So I'm going to set it to 1,000 feet per second. And of course, I mean, per minute. And of course it goes up quickly. But then once it reaches that altitude, it flicks back over to alt hold mode. Cool. So as you can see, I've got air traffic control now. So air traffic control is giving me a whole bunch of IFR messaging. And they're tracking my flight through my flight plan. And they're just letting me know when to climb, when to descend, and how far away I am from each. So we'll come back once my cruising altitude is reached, or we start the descent. Like I said, I'll bring you back in for each one of those air traffic control messages. All right, welcome back. I've just had a message from air traffic control. We are ready to land visually, so we're using the visual landing approach here. Now, I've been flying for probably an hour now, half an hour? No, about 50 minutes. So yeah, we're getting up on the flight time. It's pitch black. It's going to be very interesting with the dark. It's going to be interesting with the dark. Not the best experience landing in the dark, but we are going to try our best. Just trying to find out what direction the airport is. Take manual control. You know what? I think I was wrong actually. All right, well apparently, yeah, the runway's over here. God damn, that's annoying. I'm gonna have to go around unless I just wing it. Yep, I'm gonna have to wing this.
Yankee Sierra Romeo Delta traffic SSU 112 tree going around.
Because it's dark, I can't quite see. So I got it on my map though. Yes, so I'm just gonna do a big turn and we're just gonna land on any runway. This could go terribly wrong or it could go terribly right. Alright, here we go. I'm aiming for the runway. I'm doing this with my little screen here because I can't see the lights at all. I'm way too high up.
Landing time logged.
There we go. Alright, I landed. Brakes. I could not see that runway at all. That was all... I winged that so bad. I was going pretty fast when I landed just then. I didn't crash. I don't know how I did that, but it's happened. And now I've got no idea where I'm going. I can't even see this airport. It's a regional airport by the looks of it. Honestly got no idea. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to park up here. I'm just going to turn my lights off. And that's it. That's my flight done. My on-air flight. Maybe auto. That's right. These planes is down here.
Engine off time logged. The flight is finished. It has been monitored by On Air.
Cool. There we go. We'll jump over to On Air and we'll have a look. I'm actually so surprised I land that plane. All right, so this is our end of flight report that I was talking to you about in On Air. So they grade you and you get paid for it and everything like that. So landing, it was actually regular. It was a normal landing. So, okay, I'm happy with that. I thought it was going to be pretty bad, but I mean, it wasn't too bad. It was only 1G. So good job. Good job. Comfort bonus, great. Night landing bonus, 3%. Yeah, it was pretty hard. Aircraft handling bonus, 10. Oh, so I didn't do too bad there. Yeah, that's all fine. That's all fine. So my reputation, where'd that? These are all reputations, I think. Yeah, reputation increase for, yeah, okay, 35%. Oh, well, 0.35%, sorry. That's the video. So thank you for watching my first flight. It wasn't actually my first flight, but that's my first flight on here. So, you know, that was pretty good. I think tomorrow we'll do a daytime flight, and then we might upgrade up to the Airbuses. Thank you very much for watching. I do really appreciate tuning in. Leave a like if you enjoy this type of flight simulator content. I really do want to make some more of it. So thank you very much. I do really enjoy the simulator type things. Anyway, I will catch you in the next video. Bye.